James here. With the little unboxing of a gaming mouse. This is from LBATS. This is their King Kong X7 gaming mouse. This comes in two versions, as you can see on the side. It shows right here, it shows black or white. I apologize if the camera moves a little. I'm trying to adjust it so you guys can see it a little better. This is the white version I have. They do have a black and white. Let me pop it out for you guys. This is my first time using one of their mouses or unboxing it, so it should be nice to see what they look like. We'll set this aside. We have the mouse there, instruction book, and driver software. We don't need the box. As you can see, the driver software is a mini disc. So you may lose it, you may not lose it, but I also know that they have it online, so you guys can download the drivers too from there. You know, your instruction manual or user manual, whatever you'd like to call it. Tells you, about the fire key features, the key combinations, the macro settings. I guess you can adjust macros. I didn't know that. This is the first I've noticed. There's a couple other settings. On the back, it says, product, parameters. Mouse weight is 151 grams. Operating voltage, operating currents, system requirements. It says Windows XP, Windows 8 and up. Windows 10 should be fine, shouldn't be an issue. Your product description, average, 3050 top gaming chips. It's got your DPI switches, which go from, I believe, like 250 all the way up to 4800. But we'll get more than that in a second. Let me pull the mouse out for you guys. Let me set this back here for you. The mouse itself is a nice white. As you can see, it is a nice white. It is rather light. I was expecting, a little more weight to this. Has a braided cord. I would have loved to have seen maybe a rubber covering on the braided cord, but not a big deal. It's a nice color. It's a different coloring. It's yellow and black. I haven't seen that on a one before. As usual, you got your right click, left click, your forward page, back page. This will be your DPI switch, and then your mouse scroll. On the side, you will have, I believe, let me get the little paper right here so I can get these right for you guys, because I don't want to give it to you wrong. I believe this is the fire key, sniper key, and then screen key. I didn't want to give that to you wrong because, who would want that? On the bottom, there's another button. They call this the RGB key. It changes the colors of the LEDs. Now, I wouldn't really call it an RGB. I would just call it a switch to change the colors, because it only changes like 4 colors, I believe. But I'll get more into that in a second. So if you give me a second, I'll set it up so you guys can see the colors. Okay, now that I have switched over, you guys can see it's actually blue right now. It is a breathing effect. It doesn't look like it's solid color, but if you flip over, press it again, as you can see, the RGB button changes. But if you change the DPI, the color changes again. Now it's white, it's red, it's green, back to blue, and all that. Now, if you give me a second, I will load the software disk up, and I'll walk you through that also. Now that the disk is loaded, you can go up here. It pops up like this, but you can just do this and click Open Autoplay. And, well, that didn't do what I wanted. Let's try this again. Well, I guess we have to go into the folders. We'll click the application, and it should start loading. You may get that pop-up on your computers. You may not. Just click yes. click English, click next because it's telling you to start. Now we're finished. Now that it's loaded, you'll have a little logo right here. I hope you guys can see this. If not, I apologize. I will move it down here a little more and zoom in so you guys can see the actual logo. This is the X7 LBATS EXE. This is what we will be running. We will click run. I will zoom back out the opposite way so you guys can see the page once it loads. May take a few seconds. As you can see, now we are loaded. Up here you can pretty much change what your mouse the buttons do. Left key must be selected, so you hit left key and then you click mode B. You can choose what you want to do. As in for the DPIs, DPI switch, you can go to 1000, 500, 250, 125. You can change it standard, respiration, or neon. That changes the colors of the mouse, I believe. RGB flash or fixed on. You can change the parameters of the seconds, so if you want to change that, you can too. Now if you look down, I'll show you the mouse again. If I can get it to load right. There you go. As you can see, it's now green. We're now blue. Back to white. But instead of the breathing effect, it's just a solid effect. Well, I haven't pushed apply yet, but let me push apply and you guys will understand. Now it should be fixed. And now it's flashing through all of them. Now it'll just keep flashing through all these colors. Kind of like my keyboard. It lights up in multicolors. So if you wanted to change colors, you can change the colors. Blue is 1250 DPI. White is going to change to about 2000. Red should be about 35, and then so on. But you can pretty much do whatever you need with this software. If you don't want your firing buttons to do something else, you can do a controlled Windows key. There is a Windows button. All kinds of stuff like that. Thank you for checking out my unboxing of the LBATS X7 King Kong gaming mouse. And have a good day.